I'll never understand it, man.
Can't even celebrate, man. Like,
I'll never understand it. And I know some of you guys, I cut the video on. I just went live before we officially start, just to show you guys how we sometimes have to laugh at certain things when it comes to EA as a conglomerate. And y'all will find out what we're talking about here in a moment. Welcome everybody. Let me make sure we are live. I believe we are, but I always want to confirm. When you're dealing with StreamYard versus OBS, I always want to make sure it's live and running. Looks like we are live. Hold on, guys. Let me get the link.
Yeah,
share it out. Should have done this before we started, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to share it on Twitter. Let people know we are live. Or is it even still called Twitter? X, I guess you want to call it. Somebody told me, man, that let me not say his name before you think I'm getting at him. But somebody was telling me that Homeboy was banning people from the platform for calling it Twitter. I'm like, are you serious?
You talking about Musk?
Yeah, man. Like, this dude is crazy. This dude is a goofy. But
yeah,
whatever. But hey, man, we are here. We're live. I know a lot of you guys are happy to see us. What's up, Tony? My good brother, Tony. That's my real life brother-in-law right there. I hate to throw the in-law on it because, people, when they behave like your brother, they're just your brother. And Tony is absolutely that. Smitty is my brother. You know what I mean? So, but especially when it comes to like marriage and half brothers and all, I don't do that. I just say that's my brother. You can say brother-in-law if you want. We both have the same father-in-law, but that's my man. He's still a man as well, so y'all already know. But hey, man, we here. I know y'all want to hear us talk about Madden. We will get into Madden. That is basically what we're going to talk about tonight. Give our early thoughts. I'm going to give y'all a disclaimer right away. Me and Smitty, we haven't played a lot of the game. I literally have played one full franchise game. I'm actually chopping that up right now to present to you guys. It's one of the preseason games. But yeah, I haven't had an extensive amount of time with it. We actually got, codes and stuff a little bit later than normal. So we're behind. Usually by this time, we done dove in and played the game a lot, but not this time. But, it is what it is. Shout outs to EA, man, and the Creator Network or what have you for, throwing us the code. So we appreciate that. But anyway, we're going to give you our thoughts about the game from early standpoint. And I think me and Smitty can speak a little more to it than a regular person at this stage because we did play the beta. So we kind of know what the game was about. And, we can use the extensive time with the beta and the limited time with the full game to still give an early impression. So we'll do that. But before we do that, we also want to talk about some things that Madden needs to have that are currently in EA Sports titles. So we'll probably start the show with that. Smitty was just letting me know that NHL dropped their trailer. I have not seen it. I'm going to watch it along with you guys right here on the show. We're going to kick the show off with that. And organically, I'm going to look at stuff and say, see, that right there should be in Madden. Some of you guys may have seen my video when I compared the things that FIFA does. Well, FC24 does that's not in Madden. Smitty pointed out something else that I forgot to mention in the video. We'll talk about that. But I'm going to do the same thing with NHL. All right, so let's see. What do you guys got? Y'all give us some comments already. What's up, SGN? He says, I'm going to need you to discuss how archetypes are broken. Yep. We're going to get into that, definitely. What's Mayo saying? Because Mayo is usually going in crazy about Madden, if I remember correctly. He says on Sports Gaming Note, did you see how many different system mechanics were added to NHL? Nope. See, you telling me? I don't even know. About to find out right now. So, Smitty, you want to say anything else, man, before we play this trailer and dive deep into Madden?
I'll say, it's Madden season, it's in effect, not full effect yet, but it's in effect. You know what I mean? And then I'll also say this. looking at these trailers, I was saying this to Sim offline. Looking at these trailers for these other games that are getting ready to come out and gear up and everything, NHL, the stuff from FIFA that they've been putting out, NBA 2K24, the stuff they got put out. I mean, bro, just the gameplay, like these games like are amazing. And I mean, I'm seeing a lot of people talking like they're really getting behind 2K24, like that's going to be, it's got potential to really be that game. So it's like, man, and the thing is, Madden 24 at this exact moment is not this horrible game. It's actually good, and there's a lot of good stuff to it. But what I'm saying, it pales in comparison to all these other games, and that's what I'm saying. With what all these other games got coming, it's just like it's crazy. Like we potentially have some really good sports games on the docket this year, and that's why I'm really excited for it. But yeah, begging for cold season, Philly. Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah. And by the way, we should have some. And I'm going to mention this later in the show. And let me get this out the way. We should have some. I think maybe tomorrow. We're not 100% sure. I can't speak for Smitty. He normally does this, but I'm gonna speak on my behalf. Listen, it's gonna be a random giveaway. Whatever I have, I don't know how many I'm gonna get. I don't know what platform. I don't know none of that. But I'm gonna do it at random because people, it never fails. I can show y'all DMs right now from not only asking me, am I gonna be able to give them a code, but from the beta. And I'm like, look, man, listen, y'all know I keep it real at all times. I can't decide. I can't just say, all right, I'm going to give it to you and not him.
If we had the codes earlier, I ain't gonna front. I would copy and paste them just randomly while we're doing the show and just put them in that way without even saying it, just going ahead. But I'm just going straight up. Whoever it is that's following me on Twitter, I'm just like, I got some codes. I'll be giving them away during the day as I can, and I'll just be randomly copying and pasting and putting it out there, and it'll just be there. Get it? You know what I mean?
It's the best way to do it.
That's it. So that way, I'm not worried about people following me for the moment. Anyone that want DM, nope, you got an equal shot. Because I mean, no disrespect to cats, but you know, dudes have been cool with too and everything. I mean, cats ain't been messaging me all year. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so now all of a sudden just want to come up. So it's like, nah, just look, you got just as much of a shot as Tom, Dick, Harry, and Jane. That's just out there. So it's like the code will be there. Check it out.
Wild.
You know, go ahead and get it. But that's it. And I mean, it's no offense. It's not to be offensive. It's just like
it just is what it is.
You know, it's just keeping it a stack. Like, go get it. Like, you want it, there it is. So
because the last time I did an actual random giveaway during the stream, I got accused for rigging it. So I'm like, I can't please y'all. So I'm gonna, just like I did with the beta, I'm gonna throw them up there. Because like Smitty said, if we keeping it real, it'd be people you ain't talked to in eons. Yo, what's good, homie? Dog. Listen, again, this ain't no disrespect, but it's very similar to, it reminds me of back in the day when I was a kid, right? And when I used to go to church back at home when I used to live in Virginia, I'd never forget, it was this one pastor that we had that used to say, man, it's good to see y'all once a year. And it used to be at Easter. He was like, it's funny how some of you it's the same thing. It's like, dog. And I'll give you even one better, Smitty. Sometimes it'd be cats who once were rivals of ours, and they hitting you. And I'm like,
oh dang,
man,
wow.
if you don't cut it out.
I ain't had that now.
Oh yeah, I can show you right now if I wanted to, but you know, it's wild, dog. So to limit all of that confusion, it's just gonna be random. Hope you get one, and it is. And like I said, I don't even know how many we're gonna get, man. They've been skimp daddy here lately.
Right. Yeah.
So we don't know what we're gonna get, but I will make sure you all are full aware. Hey, got a couple codes. I plan to drop it at this hour. Good luck. And there you have it. So I just wanted to get that out of the way, and maybe we'll mention it again later on. All right, I guess we got a pretty decent crowd in here. So to set the stage for for you guys who wasn't here early, we are going to indeed talk about Madden the best we can tonight with limited time playing with it. I played one full franchise game, 8-minute quarters, no acceleration clock. Y'all will see that game. And man, it turned out to be quite a game too, boy. Boy, y'all will see that soon. I might try to finish editing it tonight. If not tonight, maybe I'll get it out tomorrow. May have played a quarter or so of another game, but that's it. You know, this year we got codes relatively late, so we just getting our hands on it. And that's all I could give you. But again, our extensive time with the beta, we should be able to at least tell you how we feel about the game as a whole early on. You know, this is not I don't know how cats be doing reviews on
this
games
not
the same
review
day.
Like totality.
I don't get it, man.
Like we got to get some
more time.
Yeah, like if we were to hit y'all next week, we could give you more.
Yeah,
because we've explored the game more, played some more games, dived into franchise mode a bit more without being rushed. You know what I mean? So
just like music. You know, nowadays cats be calling albums, they reviewing the albums an hour after they come out. How you doing that? That's offensive to a guy like me that's a music head and used to do music and still make beats and all. You know, I'm a music dude. It's offensive when I hear people say, "Oh man, that joint." I'm like, "Yo, it came out at 12. It's like 12:40." How do you? Well, whatever. So, all right, we're gonna do that. But before we do that, I'm gonna prove a point to you guys in real time. I'm gonna watch this NHL trailer along with y'all. I have not seen it. Smitty has seen it. He told me all about it. Matter of fact, he said, "Sim, have you seen that NHL trailer?" I said, "No." That was his reaction. Boy. So Heavy Mayo already said, "Hey man, did you see all that text?" So I know it's something going on.
There's some stuff going on, man.
So, and you know what? Let me say this real quick because it just came up in my algorithm. This is not a shot. I support this dude. I support what he does. Shout outs to Soft Drink TV.
Yeah, I saw that too.
He has a review already, and he says that. But let me ask y'all this, and this my man. How many games have you seen him say that about? And I'm not even talking about just Madden. So sometimes you got to understand this. This is just what some people do. They might feel that way, but what I'm saying is, and it's starting to be this way with gaming, Smitty. And I know I'm about to go off on a tangent, but I swear I'm only going to take 20 seconds here. But I see some people in the community, I'm not talking about him specifically, they don't like Madden, 2K, FIFA. They don't like nothing. And I'm like, at what point do we start really understanding that nothing's perfect? Because if you hate 2K, and that crowd's out there, despise it. Oh, yeah. And Madden and FIFA. But then they'll play old games.
Right.
So again, this is not a shot at him. Salutes to you, Soft Drink. I love what you do, man. He makes great videos. I'm not talking about him. I'm just saying I couldn't make this review today. I ain't had enough time with it. And it might be a bug or something that popped up. But again, that might just be his opinion. But I'm just trying to show y'all the comparison of how I can't do that so fast. But anyway, hold on, guys. Let me grab this NHL trailer and we'll get to it. And I would strongly recommend you guys go to people like that. If you want to get that type of perspective, he's the man for it. There's others out there that's of the world that do that. Have at it. Y'all know our style.
Like, look, you got NBA 2K where you got Sim Nation going against park players, going against rec players. Like, they're bad. You got all of that going on in that scene. And then you got people that just straight hate the game. So those crowds are in all of these games. I know because we mainly play Madden. It makes it seem like it's just there. But no, it's across the board, man. It's everywhere.
I did not know people hate. Hold on, let me make sure I shared the audio part of it. I did not know people hated 2K like that, man.
Oh,
like, dog. And maybe, I mean, I've been under a rock or something, but it seemed like here lately, boy. And I'm like, really? Is it that bad?
Yeah.
But that's why I said what I said the other day for you guys who follow me on Twitter. Look, I said this about I might have been Madden. I said I'm already seeing people who hate the game overly hate it. People who love the game overly love it. And I said this is the exact reason why nowadays I don't get into all of that. I just do what I do, and that's it. I don't concern myself with what you feel. We not entrenched in that side of the community like we once were way back in it. I don't care, man. I'm gonna do what I do. If I have fun with a game, that's what it is. And I don't feel ashamed about whatever game I like, hate. I don't care. So y'all don't have to keep telling me, man, game suck. Why are you telling me? I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna still give my feedback whether I play a game or don't play a game. Like I'm too old for that, man. Like to be honest, we grown. Like ain't nobody. It shouldn't be that serious. But anyway, let's watch this NHL, man. Let's see if I can be enamored here. Let's do it.
From nonstop pressure and physicality to dynamic new ways to attack, EA Sports NHL 24.
I'm already on something. Just verbiage. Nonstop pressure, physicality. Let's keep watching.
Brings it and so much more. We couldn't be more excited to show you what's new this year, including a suite of new gameplay features that up the intensity, authenticity, and connectivity of the game. Crossplay is here. Now, you can finally compete with or against your friends on same-generation consoles. This vastly improves matchmaking quality and shortens wait times, so you and your crew can make the most of your time on the ice. This is a literal game changer. The exhaust engine lets you feel the intensity of hemming an opponent in the zone, forcing you to make strategic decisions like choosing to establish puck possession or attack on the rush.
Hold up. What's the exhaust engine?
You can make the most of your time on the ice. This is a literal game changer. The exhaust engine lets you feel the intensity of hemming an opponent in the zone, forcing you to make strategic decisions like choosing to establish puck possession or attack on the rush. Exhaust engine is made up of the sustained pressure system and the goalie fatigue system. The sustained pressure system rewards extended offensive events such as shooting, passing, and checking in the attacking zone, as you can see with the pressure gauge. The offensive team will gain a boost in stats due to the adrenaline effect, while the defensive team gets a decrease in stats due to the pinned effect. This change makes real hockey plays effective.
Do I even have to say it? Let's listen to that again. Because I'm hearing pressure in the moment. That might be, I mean, there's so many things I could build off of that, but how about that being home field advantage? Down and distance, meaning some strategy.
Getting on the other side of the 50, getting into the red zone. You know?
All right, let's listen to it once again. And don't take my word. I want everyone to imagine. Because, see, this is what me and Smitty do, right? Just an aside. And sometimes I've even had people at EA, and then once I explained it, they say, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I've had people at EA before say, well, how would you know what you mean? How could that work? And I'm going to say, yeah, because you're looking at it too minute. Look at the grandiose part of it. You could build this off of that. Like, it don't have to be exactly what they're doing in NHL, but I want everybody to imagine what the guy here is explaining. How could you apply that to a football game? All right, let's listen.
Lets you feel the intensity of hemming an opponent in the zone, forcing you to make strategic decisions like choosing to establish puck possession or attack on the rush. Exhaust engine is made up of the sustained pressure system and the goalie.
Real quick. Does it ever feel like fourth down to y'all when you go for it on fourth down?
Nope.
I'll wait, folks in the chat. Okay. I'm just saying.
Fatigue system. The sustained pressure system rewards extended offensive events such as shooting, passing, and checking in the attacking zone, as you can see with the pressure gauge. The offensive team will gain a boost in stats.
So y'all got me on my soapbox now. I'm gonna break down the way I hear this. Listen to this.
System rewards extended offensive events such as shooting, passing.
That word right there. Right? Hold on, I'm gonna point it out.
It's made up of the sustained pressure system and the goalie fatigue system. The sustained pressure system rewards extended offensive events such as shooting, passing, and checking in the attacking zone.
Extended offensive events. Does the pressure start to build when you play football or even when you watch football as a fan? When your team on like a 15-play drive? You think the defense starts to wane a little bit? You ever heard of the term, and Steeler fans, Tony, if he's still in, he would know, at one point, our defense has gotten kind of good now. But for a few years ago, we were known as the bend but don't break defense.
As you can see with the pressure gauge, the offensive team will gain a boost in stats due to the adrenaline effect, while the defensive team gets a decrease in stats due to the pinned effect. This change makes real hockey plays effective. The dump and chase can be used to wear down the opponent and retrieve the puck. Full pressure strategies like peppering the goalie from all angles to tire them out are now effective and cause authentic goal scrambles. And cycling the puck to build sustained pressure opens up new opportunities to attack the net. On the defensive side, you now have to choose between making the safe boards and out play or risk turning the puck over in the slot.
Risk and reward.
Mm-hmm.
Could we use that in a football game? Some type of risk and reward for everything that you... And I'll give it to Madden. There's a couple things that they introduced that do that, but not like that.
We've also added the goalie fatigue feature, adding over 50 new goalie animations, including a brand new desperation save package. Goalies will now tire as you increase attack zone time, move the puck around, and most importantly, get shots on net. As a goalie tires, they'll make more errors, causing rebounds and absolute chaos in the crease.
Man, listen. At the very minute stage, fumbles can happen when a player is tired. What about the quarterback that... Again, I use Steeler references a lot because that's the team I know the most. You remember when Big Ben used to pass the ball like 50 sometimes a game? And I used to say, bro, you can't win like that. You increase the amount of interceptions or forcing pass because you're doing it so often, you start to tire. Have y'all ever really seen the quarterback any effect? And again, if I'm wrong, please let me know. But is there any real effect to the quarterback in the game based off of fatigue other than fumble chances? What about being inaccurate? If I'm just saying.
Yeah, you should take a hit on stats for like sustained drives or over usage like that. If you're overly using your quarterback, it's going to get hit. You know what I mean? There should be a hit in terms of his statistic, his stats. If you're in the red zone, now think about it. Think about it, Sim. You're on a drive. You didn't thrown over 40 some odd passes, right? But now you're in the red zone. So think about that system. Your team gets a boost because you guys are past the 50 and you guys have been edging closer and closer and closer to the end zone. So that's putting more pressure on the defense. So now they're getting worn down, but at the same time, your quarterback is worn down, but yet he'll get a slight boost. Think about it. Think about like playing Fight Night Champion or even Undisputed, and you're in the 12th round and you done took all kinds of damage and punishment. That boost you're going to get is going to be small. You had this long bar, right? But now this is all you got left. So when you in that corner going in that 12th round, it's like you're going to get a small boost, just a little bit. But that stamina boost ain't gonna be much. So it's like you really got to pick your poison if you're gonna be throwing power shots and stuff like that. You really got to be mindful. You got to be smart. They're saying the same thing here. When you're in the zone, think about it. That's why hockey, when it comes to hockey, that's when it gets exciting. When you're in the zone, you're on their side of the ice. You think the goalie got to be on point if he's on the opposite side of the ice? If it's going down there? No. It's when they in your area. That's where you got to really be on your P's and Q's and work at. So it's the same thing there. Putting that pressure on. Now the defense, they're worn down, trying to hold it down, hold the fort down, whatever. Your quarterback gets a slight boost, but let's say his throw accuracy then went down 4 or 5 points. His, you know what I'm saying? Some of those running hits he done took during the course of the game, all that. Stat attributes are gonna go down, but then they'll get a slight uptick because you're in the red zone and you're threatening to score. So, and then plus, like I said, if you threw 40 dang on passes, nearly 50 passes, that's going to have an effect. But there's no measurement. There's nothing lost. You need to have a loss and gain. There's got to be a better risk reward management here with it, strategically.
Oh man. And we're gonna continue watching it. And Mayo, I'm not too sure that's true. From a face value standpoint, I don't know if I could outright say it gets less resources. I don't know if any of us can confirm that. What actually happens in terms of resources, what me and Smitty are talking about when we say that, is dedicated resources to a certain area. Let me explain something really, really quick. When they implemented that extensive slider breakdown, took a lot of resources to do that, but they felt that it was a need to do that. The stuff that they're doing now, their studio feels like this is what we need to do. And what I mean by that, Heavy, is, again, everybody knows, but in case some people don't know, me and Smitty have been going down to EA Sports since 2012. Haven't been in the last few years, because I think we're kind of they got new blood in there that do stuff for them, even though we still get feedback and, we're still in the creator network or what have you. So we have access to the game and all of that. But it's when you've had those conversations and you understand that the decisions come from up above, as far as we're going to allow this, and that. That's happening all around EA Sports. And it's just fascinating to me that most of the other EA Sports games go way deeper in certain aspects than Madden does. And it's not a lack of talent. We've seen some extremely talented people working there.
Mm-hmm.
Like Vic Lugo.
Yep.
Like, come on.
Kobe Lombard.
Worked on MLB The Show.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say it now. Who wanted to put chemistry in franchise mode years ago.
Oh, yeah.
In AzureEffect, and Smitty sat there and was like, yo, we need some type of da-da-da-da-da where players recognize plays. And he said, no. I'll take it a step further. And what he told us, what he wanted to do, he was like, what about a situation where you got a rookie, and y'all know this tickled my fancy because I'm always talking about practice has to matter. I remember him saying to us, what about if you have a rookie wide receiver, he didn't practice, get in the game, quarterback calling an audible, he can't run it because he don't know the play.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about chemistry like that. These dudes were in the building. I remind y'all, Deuce Douglas is a dev. Y'all have seen his extensive PDF file of what he want franchise to be. There's actually another person that they work with. I'm not sure if he's actually a dev yet. I'll tell Smitty offline. Because when I talked to this guy last year, kept some stuff under wraps. So I'm not going to say it out loud, but there's somebody else that is either a dev now or he works very close to them. That if y'all were to know who I was talking about, you would say, oh, yeah, well, clearly they got people around them. Hey, me and Smitty and Azure, y'all know we've been asking for certain things for years. Y'all think we went to EA and didn't say that to them in their face? The difference is when they told it back to us, yeah, we want all that. When they showed us this extremely long list of like, look, these are all the things that we approached. Yeah, we had a prototype for that. And then we had to scrap. We like, what? Our minds got blown in 2012. Had no idea. But anyway, that's off on the tangent. And JP, what's up, JP? JP's been there. He knows.
Yep.
All right, let's get back to this because we're gonna dive into Madden. And by the way, shout outs to JP Davis, huge Packers fan. He informed me that the Lambeau Leap is no longer in the game. And there's a couple other things I noticed from 23 that's not in the game. Little stuff I don't understand. We're going to get to it. Let's continue with this trailer, man, so we can jump into Madden.
Take the body, take the game. The physics-based contact feature revolutionizes checking in NHL 24, bringing more physicality to the game and ramping up the fun and authenticity of defensive plays. Now, if you land a big check, your opponent will re-enter the play slower, creating more turnovers and counterattack opportunities. But if you don't...
Hold on. I couldn't have heard this correctly. So I'm going to let it play a little further than this, but I got to go back and hear that one part.
4, bringing more physicality to the game and ramping up the fun and authenticity of defensive plays. Now, if you land a big check, your opponent will re-enter the play slower, creating more turnovers and counterattack opportunities. But if you don't connect, you'll be left out of position. This really increases the risk-reward factor and makes gameplay incredibly exciting.
All right. I'll give them this. Madden feels more physical. I'll give them that. There's even big hits in the game. Like, boy, they in there. I landed some, and it's going to be some in my gameplay that y'all going to see. But do you hear, based off of what this dude said, how you could put that in football? You landed. The opponent is a little slower the next time. Oh, he's thinking about it. So imagine a game. Again, this is for us extreme simulation nuts. I know a lot of y'all, I won't say y'all, but y'all know what I'm saying. I know a lot of people don't fall in this category. But it should be that way when you decide to turn it to simulation. Imagine playing a football game where you land that big shot once or twice, and now the star receiver got alligator arms. Oh, he's a little timid now. Or imagine your running back getting cracked a few times. I mean, Aaron Donald is just meeting this dude in the gap every time. He might be a little timid.
Yep.
Imagine, here's the big one. Your quarterback has been hit. What's the stat that they say all the time? Pressures, hits, sacks. Imagine your quarterback has taken 17 hits in the game. Yeah, he's going to be he getting rid of that ball.
Yeah.
Because your front end, I'm going to talk about the Steelers because I think this year, if Ogunjobi stays healthy, boy, we got a fearsome front. But I'll even take it off of us. Think about who has the best front in the league. Them boys tattooing your quarterback all game. Yeah, that should affect the game like it does in the real NFL. Now, maybe what this guy said in NHL is not exactly that, but that's what I envision. Because the technology is there.
Yeah.
You know what else we can introduce with that, Smitty? Oh, body wear and tear. So not just for the game, right? So now them hits add up throughout the season.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Man.
Hey.
Why did you make me watch this tonight?
No. You need to see.
All right, let's keep going, guys, because if we don't, we ain't never going to get to the meat. Let's go. I'm going to just let it. All right, unless they say something extremely crazy, I'm just going to let it roll. Because now y'all know what my mindset is, so I don't have to stop it each time. We got about 2.5 minutes
Yeah,
left.
about 2
A clean, solid check on the opponent will result in new physics-based and animation-based reactions, creating tons of new wow moments in every game.
Madden got that. I will say that.
Yeah.
I got to give credit where credit is due. They got that part. The physics and animation is starting to marry a little bit.
Quick push on the right stick will allow you to shove the opponent, creating quick puck separation with lower penalty risk. Plus, we've also introduced a new gameplay meta that adds a dedicated reverse body check control. This allows the puck carrier to protect the puck with their body to impactful effect.
Okay, they scared me with that word meta for a minute, but okay.
And to make all of that even sweeter, you can now send players into the bench and break the glass. Showing off your skill has never been this fun. Total Control Skill Moves introduces a whole new control setup that makes highlight reel moves more intuitive and accessible. Button-backed moves give you more options, but timing to play right and reading the ice will be the difference between success and failure. However, if you prefer legacy controls, you'll still have that option. Plus, a new ability to fake, pass, or deke out of every move also adds a dynamic new offensive layer to the game. Tick, tack, toe. Vision passing puts tape-to-tape play with your teammates at your fingertips, offering quicker direct passes to keep puck possession and mount that all-important pressure. By mapping the controller's face buttons to your teammates, vision passing doesn't just allow more efficient passing, but opens up different opportunities like disguising a pass on a PP to set up the perfect play. This also unlocks stretch and breakaway passes, giving you new ways to attack the net. But hitting the correct button alone won't guarantee a perfect pass. Gameplay components and player attributes all factor into a successful play.
I like that. But let me ask, they didn't have like icon passing before?
I don't think no. The way that this is, usually it's just you could just pass it from person to person. At least that's what I did basically. But I think them doing it the way they have it done here is, I mean, unless you hit an additional button, it's like they just got the icon over their head. So you just hit a corresponding button, where usually before you just had one button and you just directed it.
So is it, what I'm saying, vision, is it, could you have it where it's automatically on? Or you still got to bring up the icon?
Saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, either you hit an icon or it's just up there at all times. Like how it appears. They got the icon there. So it's like, whenever you want to hit it, just hit the button. B, X, Y, like whatever.
Okay. I like that.
So that's
I didn't know they didn't already have some form of icon passing. So learning something new. All right. Only about a minute or so left.
Plus, we've added one-touch passing, which lets you quickly move the puck around the ice by tapping the pass button as the puck is in transit. Altogether, this creates so many more exciting passing opportunities and ways for players to get creative on the ice.
That's pretty
For our brick walls out there, an update to our human goalie controls makes playing goal more accessible and intuitive. Historically, the game's controls made it easy to lose the net, creating frustrating empty net goals and a steep learning curve. So in NHL 24, we have added a new tethered control system. As you slide back and forth to make saves, you simply release the left analog stick and your goalie will auto-return back to a centered position. We have also added a new instinct system. This allows—
I don't like that tethered control.
You don't like that?
No. Only because the stick skill personality in me don't like that. I don't want you to be able to slide back in place. Like if I get you out of the position, I'd rather that. And maybe I'm overthinking that, but that's kind of.
It's still it. You got to let go of the stick though, and then plus you got to understand he's upright. No one's taking a shot at him.
Yeah.
So if someone takes a shot at him and he's in the crease or whatever, depending upon how his body lays, if he doesn't catch it, it could be rebounded off of his body and shot in, regardless of where he's at. So it's not a guarantee, you know, like, oh, I got it. Like, so, but I get your point, though. As far as him being able to go back. But he's just saying if you let go of the controls, he'll move back into neutral spot. So usually if you're controlling it, you're going to move wherever, you know what I mean? Wherever you take him out. So
Okay, yeah. So maybe I'm overthinking that because, like you said, you still have to, manually let go. It's not like they're putting it in place. So, all right. Let's see what else they got real quick.
Position. We have also added a new instinct system. This allows you to guess the location of the shot for a bonus on your save attempt. Guessing wrong increases the chance of a goal. It's a nice addition for our veteran goalies and really breathes new life into the position. From high-pressure plays that'll leave you sweating to sending your friends into the bench, NHL 24 steps the game up to give you those authentic hockey feelings.
I like that a lot, man. I like that instinct thing. That's that risk and reward. So like I said, I'm not going to rehash that. I think I kind of explained the stuff that I would want Madden to have, and it just furthers my point, man. I just don't understand why each unit at EA Sports is like they all get different things. To me, it just makes more sense to have them running on the same foundation, and then you tailor that for each individual sport. And maybe we're too far gone for that. Probably so, because you would have to build that from the ground up. But what they should have been able to do, which they advertised a few years back, is they should be at a point now where they can easily share technology. So even if it was built here, you know what? Here, this is how you use that. This is how you can use it in your game. It's just, I don't know, man. It's certain standards that should be the same for all of your sports. Like even the name, EA Sports. And I'm just speaking from a general standpoint. Like I said, if all of us here made a game and it was called the SimSports Gaming Company, right? There should be a standard with our games where whatever AI technology is over here, it's going to be over there. It's going to be in the football. It's going to be in baseball, basketball, hockey, soccer, whatever, because that's just the core foundation. Our AI system, our movement system, animation system, core features, franchise core features should all be our presentation assets. Now, the presentation will look different based on the sport, but you understand what I'm saying? It should all have the same foundation. Like NBA Live, I will still say it. The last NBA Live we played, which I think was 19, that halftime show was phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
Even better than 2K's. And not one other EA Sports game that I can remember had anything like that. As far as this, you see what I'm saying? So if we were making these games, all of our games will have presentation packages, halftime analysis. It's frustrating, man, that it's football. That it's the one sport that I love the most in terms of that I gotta suffer. And it's frustrating, man. Yeah, it's frustrating. But like I said, I don't want to spend so much time with that. But like Smitty pointed out offline, he's like, man, there was one thing that you forgot to mention in your FC24 video. They got dual commentator teams now.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying, man? And let's get into Madden, man. Let me start off by saying this, because I want to go down a different path tonight. From a gameplay standpoint, so far from the beta, from the one game that I played, and I'm actually going to play it a little bit here while we talk. I'm liking what the game is offering from a gameplay standpoint. Definitely still stuff that needs to be added, of course. It needs to be flushed out, just like what we saw from NHL just now, as far as you still need to keep pushing the things that are in the game. How do you make them more authentic? Keep pushing that. Oh, got the doggy.
Yeah.
Keep pushing that stuff, man. Like, now, how do you make the trenches more authentic? They've been on this campaign lately where they're trying to make the DB and wideout interactions more authentic, and it actually has worked. There's always room for growth, but if you think back 2 or 3 years when they first said, "Oh, we're going to try to do this and try to move more away from two-mans," they're getting better and better and better at it. The interactions are looking way more smooth, feel way more organic now. Tackling, they've continued to increase that and improve that. It's getting to a point where you can't really argue too much about it. Gameplay feels good so far. Can I fully judge the game completely at this point? No, I'm sure there's some AI issues and stuff I'm sure. But I'm just talking about from a surface standpoint, I'm enjoying the game so far. My beef more so now, outside of the gameplay things I still want them to get, is we should be at a point now where the other stuff is there, man. The presentation package still trash. They've even taken some presentation away. Like even the intro is a little shorter. It's a few new screens, but it's like, okay, stripped a few things away.
Yeah.
The little crowd breaks ain't there no more. You know, those little things made it feel immersive, especially for like a content creator, right? You know, these things make your video feel immersive. That ain't there. I don't see it. Like after the play and they show the crowd and holding it. That stuff ain't there. It was in 23. Where is it? Like, why would you take that away? There's little stuff like that they still just don't have presentation, man. I'm just going to stick right there. Whether that you want to, you know, talk about the crowd, the commentator team, and not being more than one, ball is still dropped there.
Yeah.
Franchise mode. Okay, you added a couple new things in there, but it's still not. It's still bare bones stuff, man. We appreciate the mini games. Definitely appreciate it. I appreciate a lot of the commissioner tools that they've added. You know, like I think it's going to be interesting with the being able to customize the draft strength, trade difficulty, the free agency, like motivation difficulty. All of that stuff is going to change the experience, but the game still doesn't feel as immersive as it should. And that's kind of what we're lacking from Madden. Because like I said, just me personally, some people that are harping on some of the gameplay, I haven't seen a real issue in my experience yet with gameplay. As far as what the game is offered. I'll put some of the game on the screen and let y'all watch me play it in real time. What Sim Gaming Network pointed out, that's a problem. You know, if these archetypes have broken the quarterback's AI, he said it was like that a few years before. And you got to go in and change the archetype to make Scrambler the highest one in order for quarterbacks to take off. If not, it's like an invisible line. The game I played against Tampa Bay in preseason, I experienced a quarterback taking off relatively quick. I posted it on Twitter, and Sim Gaming Network was like, no, the reason why he did that is look at that guy's archetype. So apparently, if they don't have Scrambler, they dumb out. They throw the ball out of bounds, throw it crossbody or whatever, and they just, that's not good.
They refuse to pass the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, like
they just won't do it at all costs. They'll just stay behind the line.
Those type of things I just don't understand, man. I think I saw NYKia saying on Twitter that they took away a lot of the air raid stuff. Like, why? Now, playbooks, they've added a lot of depth in these playbooks. But why is stuff being taken away? Like, at this point, Madden is at a point where nothing should be removed. You have to continue building. Because and that's what it is, unfortunately, for us football fans, man. We're dealing with a game that has so much to do. It's never going to feel like enough because there's so many baseline things that these other sports titles have that you can point at Madden and say they still don't have it. And in franchise mode, they introduce things at the bare bones level and they don't improve upon them. Why is the scenario engine still the exact same way? That needs to be scrapped. Why is the combine and all of that stuff in Superstar nowhere to be found in franchise? And I ain't even played Superstar yet, but I can't wait to go through it and I can really point out some examples like, oh, this needs to be in, we could do that. I don't know, Smitty, but like I said, I'm gonna throw it to Smitty, man. Let him, definitely give his opinion. Overall, so far, how I feel about Madden 24, I think I'm going to be able to enjoy this game from a gameplay standpoint. I have reserved myself now. I've pretty much become an offline gamer. I'm going to get out there in the lobby, though, to see what it's hitting for. But the reason why I kind of backed away from it last year is just, I'm kind of gotten tired of playing against people who know the meta. I'm kind of tired of that. Even in Sim League, some dudes just know how to manipulate the AI, right? And it's not fun when there's certain things that you just can't stop. It's just not a good experience, which is the reason why anytime me and Azure have played in the league, our games be phenomenal because we ain't cheesing each other. You know what I'm saying? I've kind of gotten tired of that. So I just rock out offline on all Madden and I play on all Madden because all Madden is going to expose all the BS in the game. So I could give real feedback, and there you have it. For the most part, I'm enjoying the gameplay so far. I just think right now it's a depth thing that I'll say this. The gameplay is keeping my attention enough to make me shine a huge light on the lack of depth in other areas. Because it's like, dog, now that we got this, we should be at a point where we're just saying, all right, now let's continue to build with everything. Not one area is left behind. And that's just where Madden falls off for me as far as that regard. So those are my rough and skinny thoughts, man.
Yeah. I mean, as far as myself, though, what I feel about Madden right now is like, like Sim, I mean, I played like one more game than Sim has so far. And I was dabbling with, I started up a franchise mode to play that. Started getting into it more. But I will say though, gameplay wise, just like from the beta, thoroughly enjoying everything that's going on during the game. I like the on the field actions. Man, I'm telling you, if Madden gets a organic trench, it's a wrap.
Yeah, dog.
That's the next step. Getting organic trench. That.
Yep. You're right.
Like what would perfectly complement the wideout DB play and the pass placement and how that all works, if you had an organic trench this year, oh my gosh, this game would be amazing. On a gameplay tip, still got a lot to do. Like I said, it's like some of the meat is on the bones. All the mashed potatoes haven't been ate yet. Some of the green beans are ate. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I like that.
You know what I mean? Like you got some of the, part of the meal is on the plate, but it ain't the full thing. So it's like, I'll give you some credit. Excuse me. I'll give you some credit, no doubt, but I can't give you all the credit because of what you're missing. So that's like, like I say, gameplay wise, I had instant replays I could have looked at that I could have posted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like looking at
stuff going on.
Like, and I was just playing with random teams just to experiment. Just, like I did play now for a little bit, experimenting, like, I play like a quarter here or a half here, a half there. Excuse me. But like I had plays where both defenders tackle at me. The animations that triggered made sense. It wasn't a 3-man interaction. It was like I was breaking free from a tackle, but then the other defender, how he came in to try and tackle me made sense. But I was able to break free and keep running it upfield. And I'm like, see, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. You know, everybody's not always going to go down via the contact. So, you know, there's that. You know what I mean? I like the fact that they have they have some organic elements happening over the course of the game. So, you know, even when it comes to catching the ball, when it comes to DB wideout play, you know what I'm saying? Like fumbling the ball or what have you, you know, drops that happen at times or whatever. So it's like there's some good stuff that is happening, but it needs to be great.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, why you see all these devs end up leaving is because you don't let, and I mean, some people, they could just come up on a better opportunity. But I'm saying outside of that, though, they could be, Madden should be on fire right now. That's the whole thing. Everything we talked about, that like sent from that NHL trailer, we talking about core gameplay. That's literally all they really needed to do was just put that together. They be good, man. But no, I mean, look, pass mechanics on point so far. Tackling, I'm liking the secondary play. I'm liking. I mean, I'm making my adjustments and stuff like that. But see, right now, I'm playing the game on default. I play all pro because that's usually where not as much of the foolery happens. So I'm go ahead and rock there. So that's why I'm rocking on that right now. You know, we still don't have the penalties. We talked about that beforehand. We already know why. So, you know, it's just an annoying cycle that just continues on, man. You know what I'm saying? Until EA finally decides to say, hey, yo, we're going to give y'all a blank check, whatever resources y'all need, go ahead and go get them. And that's what they essentially need to let them do. Because if they let them do that, like I said, give them 3 years of being able to consistently do that. Oh, this game would be on a whole nother level right now. Instead, it just feels a lot like they're settling on it. You know what I mean? And it's nothing, it's no take away on the devs end. It's just, I'm just saying that's just the way that the game usually is coming out instead of it just being, I don't know, I should say more robust. Like the game, it's like for what they're giving us with core gameplay, there's also going to be a good amount that's going to lack because of the lack of core gameplay. Like that NHL trailer we were just looking at, but also like FIFA, you know what I'm saying? And like you see with NBA 2K and all that stuff. So it all varies. You know, it all varies 100%. So that's what I'm just saying. Like, I want to see these dudes come up. Like, I want to see just like what 2K did or NHL done. Get that man's contact. You know, like you need to go ahead and like let me see. I'm sorry, my thought. I just had a brain fart for a second when I was getting at. What was I saying, Sim? The last thing I was saying?
NHL. Something about
NHL.
Yeah.
No, the stuff from NHL. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's what it is. I've lost it for a sec. The stuff that they're doing in NHL, you need to go ahead and get with that team. And you need to start bringing that stuff over and cross-pollinate for real. Because, look, UFC, I forgot. They're going to be announcing that next month. So what are they going to bring to the table? You know what I mean? That we can once again be like, yo, look what they doing. Bring that into Madden. It's like all these great technical, advancements and enhancements are happening with every single title at EA, but Madden, it's like Madden is getting the short end of the stick like none other. FIFA, all these great things. We mocap in the stadium so that way players and what they actually do, it's in the game. Like, come
That's
on,
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? NHL, look, the different pressure, the systems, the physics, all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then we look at Madden, and it's like Madden is just so far behind with it. Like, it's crazy when these games could just boost, like if they just cross these things over and use them. Madden would be insane at this point.
Yep.
So, like, but I mean, like I said, I am enjoying the game. Like, you know, when we get back on next week, we definitely will be able to have a lot more to explain. I'm not sure if they had a day one update yet, did they? A day one title update or something like that?
Yeah, didn't ask me for a patch.
Okay.
For a title update.
Okay. All right. So then, maybe that'll happen first, and then we'll see what happens from there. You know what I mean? Like I said though before, let's see. Hopefully this game survives the title update onslaught, but we got to see. We got to see what's going on, man. So
Brett Lee said,
yeah, I know, Brett. Yeah, I saw that. So we'll see what happens, man. But hey, I'm gonna enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? I'm enjoying the game so far.
So what are some of you guys' biggest issues if you've played the game so far right now? What are your biggest issues with the game, the gameplay, or the game period? Because I'm always curious to know that. I'm always curious to know exactly people's issues with the game. Because a lot of times what you start finding out, especially over recent years, you start finding out that a lot of times people aren't complaining so much about the gameplay, which I find semi-fascinating because it's stuff that I could always find wrong with the game. So I'm curious to know what everyone's thoughts are. Hollywood says somebody at EA don't want to see Madden succeed. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird because, people have a lot of these theories. They would say, oh, it's because of this and it's because of that. And we're like, even if you think it's one of those things, what you're thinking doesn't make sense. Like, why, if you look at it from a holistic standpoint, right? EA Sports is or EA period, their goal is to produce a product that makes money. So the first thing people are going to run to is they're going to say, oh, it's because of MUT. But it can't be solely MUT because we just explained to y'all last week that FC 24, formerly known as FIFA, is bigger than Madden. Makes more money. So the theory, of saying, oh, it's because of MUT, and that ain't true. Last time I checked, NBA 2K has an ultimate team as well. It's not, and 2K has microtransactions in my career and all of that. So to me, that shouldn't make any difference. And here's the one thing I've been wanting to say for a long time, Smitty, and I might actually do a video about it if I decide to even just open MUT. Usually I don't even go into that mode. But people always say it's because of MUT and MUT gets all the attention. But can y'all really tell me what exactly does MUT get every year? They don't spend a lot of resources in that mode if you really think about it. If you want to talk about copy and paste, MUT is it. So again, it doesn't take a lot of manpower to support MUT, in my opinion. But let me see what you guys are saying. Brett says, don't get me wrong, I'm having a pretty good time with it for now, or at least until the first patch comes out. Yeah. Okay, Billy's talking about Shannon Sharp. Okay. Have they fixed the challenge system? What's up, Game Time? I haven't seen you in a while, man. When you say fix, what's your definition of that? Because me saying have they fixed it would be it should be on a level of, and this is crazy to say, it still ain't nowhere close to what 2K5 had as the challenge system. And that's crazy to me. Like, see, stuff like that, guys. That's what I'm saying. Those are the things that is crazy to me about a current day Madden. It's not so much just gameplay no more. Because, like, in my opinion, gameplay is at a point where I can enjoy with still wanting more. But now it's shining a bigger light on what's absent around everything else. Challenge system, weather, effects, and stuff like that. Presentation, those type of things is what stands out the most. JJ Walker says the thing I still hate is how users are still able to pick off the ball with their back turned to the defender. Okay. Are you seeing that more so offline or against opponents? I haven't seen that much, and I haven't played it a lot, but I'm keeping my eye on that because they've advertised that if they're not looking at the ball, they shouldn't be able to make a play. What else y'all saying? Game Time says still challenge catches that, and that's the only thing I can challenge on. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Man. Challenge system is horrendous in terms of the lack thereof features. DNX level says presentation, dynamic weather, real-time field degradation. It's time to get these. Yeah, man, I'm with you. I think this is one of my Steeler folk. He says Kenny's pass accuracy is sus. Sometimes he says like drop back, no pressure, Pickens wide open, and he throws it too far to the left or right. Well, some of that you can control, of course, with freeform passing, but also you want to remember too is depending on what difficulty you're on, I'm sure the CPU every now and then is going to throw an errant pass in there. But I feel what you're saying. Me and Smitty have talked about that for years too, while being at EA. Listen, if a guy has a clean pocket, he should be more accurate than not. I can understand guys still miss throws in the NFL, but it shouldn't be a repeatable thing. It shouldn't be every time that's happening. Presentation got to be better. Okay. Game day atmosphere. Okay. Names on the nameplate seem a bit small and close. But see, I want you guys to pay attention to what everybody is saying here. Again, not too many people are talking about core gameplay. And that to me is interesting, man, because again, every year when you hear people in general, oh, Madden's trash, Madden sucks, but I always be like, well, what exactly? And when you ask them that question, very rarely can they really tell you, from on-field action, what really sucks. But I don't know. I kind of feel like, Smitty, the game is, if you're just judging gameplay, it feels like they've done something with 24. Mm-hmm. It's just that everything else is just illuminated, man. Let's see what else y'all got. Yep, weather needs to account for playing in the environment. I also hate that the opposing team's messages against you are exact same as the last 3-4 games. No new text or nothing. This game really just looks like Madden 20 through 24 with roster updates. Okay. Oh. I wouldn't say that from a gameplay standpoint, but I understand what you're saying visually.
Yeah. It's so funny
though. Somebody says, the Joker says Ryan Moody can tell you a lot of gameplay issues. Laugh out loud. I stopped watching him. Yeah, like I said, man. Nowadays, it's different strokes for different folks. It's certain people, they just do certain things. I'm not gonna say it's bad or anything like that. It's just that I was never that really. If y'all know our history, you go all the way back from when we first started, it was always, why can't Madden do this? I need this in the game. Look at how this is done in 2K8. Look at how you did this in the old Madden. It's always been about the betterment of the game. If you go back and look at us again, all the way back in 2010, on up, we were never bashers. Never did that. we were never the bashing type. We would point out stuff and be like, yo, what's going on, EA? What is this? what this ain't supposed to happen. Come on, you got to fix that. But that was the extent of it. It was never finding every play you could find and making 100 videos about it. It's just that's it's just not my thing. But again, I told y'all, you got to know the science to it. It's money. That's why I ain't mad at that. You make money doing that, right? You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own niche, however you want to say the word. So, that's why I always laugh when people used to always compare. Well, why don't you do such and such? People would come here and say, why don't you do like this person does? And my answer used to always be, well, why you came to watch me if I don't do that?
Right.
Internet people are weird, man. Very strange. Let's see. I think NCAA and Madden 25 will see a bigger jump. I think EA may be waiting to introduce new tech with both of those games coming out together. It's possible, but I would caution that optimism for two reasons. One, they said it will be on the Madden engine, which that's not a surprise to me. But for two, in order for them to be doing that, that would mean that they have built a new engine for both Madden and NCAA. And saying it would be on Madden's engine is smoke and mirrors, right? It's kind of throwing you off. Like they're kind of throwing you on a different scent. And then meanwhile, well, we told you it was going to be the Madden engine. We didn't tell you which Madden engine. That's the only way I would see new actual tech introduced. And it could be. I hope so. It's just like I said a few videos or so ago, I made a video saying, listen, NCAA or college football, as they're probably going to call it, might be the last chance for real depth in Madden franchise. And the point I was making is if they build those games congruently, like to where they work together and everything you do here translates over here. Like I said a week or two ago, imagine starting a dynasty in the college game and you start a franchise in Madden and it might be a question saying, do you want to link your experiences? Yes. So now everything you do over here on college football shows up in Madden in your franchise automatically. So the news feed and everything is referencing what you did in your connected franchise and dynasty. Draft classes, all of that automatically translates because you've said, yes, I would like to link the two experiences. That would be beyond dope. And if they did something like that, maybe, just maybe, is when you would see real depth and immersion in Madden franchise. I don't have any confidence that that's what's happening. It would be a wonderful surprise. But we shall see.
That ain't gonna happen.
I don't think that's gonna happen, man. It would be great.
It would be though. It would. Yeah. No, I agree.
What's up, DJ? DJ says, I would like to think folks need to watch how NHL does that exhaust engine feature and see if something like that makes it to a future Madden game. Yeah, DJ, we broke it down early. I don't know if you were here earlier, but we watched that video here on the show because I hadn't seen it and Smitty saw it, and I was literally breaking down, pausing it, see that right there, and talking about how it should be in Madden. That was definitely one of them. DJ had an interesting video that he posted on Twitter the other day about Madden, and I would love to know if that was what happened. He had a video where it looked like his quarterback looked off the defense, where he was looking this way, and then he quickly turned and threw it to the right. And it looked very cool in that clip. And DJ's question was like, yo, if this is something that he did on purpose, that's a nice touch. Okay. So I'm curious to know if it was programmed like that or if it was just one of those glitchy moments that looked realistic. But it was pretty cool, man. But yeah, I don't got really much more to say about the game right now, guys. Like I said, we haven't spent a ton of time with it. So, we shall see.
Yeah.
We shall see what time it is. Let me play against like the Patriots or somebody. I'm trying to play against a non-scrambling quarterback and play now to see how the game plays. What else y'all got? Madden needs classic teams. Okay. DJ said he never got an answer. Absolutely, Brett. And that's what we are about, man. We want the best for all of these sports games. No, I don't, as contrary to what some people might believe, I don't have a beef or a disdain for EA, or I just want them to make a good game. That's it. It is the only NFL product we have. I'm not interested in playing these older games. I want to play a game that represents the console that I purchased. And that's just that. Madden is it. So I'm always going to try to encourage the betterment of the game. And if they do it, they do it. If they don't, hey, well, life goes on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just not in the business of doing that relentless bash. Like what, it doesn't do anything. But I told y'all the signs to that, and I ain't mad at them dudes, the Angry Joes and all of them. I ain't mad at that. It's a bag that comes with that.
Yeah.
Come on, let's just be honest.
Yeah.
You know, it's just the way of the world. Negativity sells.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm pretty sure if I was the bash master of Madden, I probably have 200,000-300,000 subs right now, just because people just want to, oh man, what he gonna say?
Yeah.
You know, people, a lot of times people watch people just to hear what they're gonna say. They don't even like them.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how I go, you know.
Yeah.
So, but that ain't my style, man. That ain't what I do. What else, man? Was there anything else we needed to hit on? I feel like we missing something. 2K24 info. That's coming next week. Somebody said. So we still don't know what they calling it, pro play or whatever. We still don't know exactly what that is.
No. They did go over that. They went over
that
in the gameplay blog. Yeah, they got the gameplay blog, and they had like the little video clip showcasing like how it looks in game.
I gotta check that out then.
Yeah, so they did. That would be something to break down like next time, because they come with a long article talking about all the different aspects of core gameplay. And then also Mike Wang had the little he has like they had like the trailer, but then they also have videos, like segmented videos that are breaking things down too. Like he's talking about certain things. So, but the pro play, I believe that technology is going to be nice, especially on defense, because you can see, and there's a clip for those of y'all that saw it, the clip with KD, how he did his step back and everything, and how he did the slight push off and did the step back. But then also look at how look at how his footwork was looking while that was all taking place. And somebody on Twitter did a side-by-side of how NBA 2K23 looked with that dribble animation versus 2K24. So they made some sound progression with it. So that's for sure.
I gotta check that out. So is it what we thought? As far as
no, they didn't say they filmed the stadiums or anything like that. They ain't do nothing like that. But it's like how they animate is literally like, see, they only shown one example. That's the point. But they talked about how it's going to be used for various actions, like how they run around the court, offensive movement, defensive movement, jump shots, layups, dunks. So it's like they got a decent amount of stuff, but we don't have gameplay to look at that really breaks it down more in detail to really see it. So It's more of like just gonna have to feel it, you know what I mean, until you actually purchase it, and then you can really take in everything they're doing.
Ooh, big hit.
Goodness.
So okay, so they didn't necessarily do exactly like FIFA, but they are proclaiming that the players will move realistically, like to their real life counterparts or what have you, and do their animations and things of that nature. Okay.
Yeah, they didn't say we covered all players in the NBA and we got all this, that, and the third. I mean, they did say it about signature players like marquee guys, but it's like they said they said it, but they didn't say. So they didn't confirm or deny how far the well goes as far as this year in terms of what they did with that tech and how much they covered. So, you know, we'll see.
We shall see.
Yeah. So, I mean, the cool part is the game comes out in about, 3 weeks?
Oh, I meant to throw that. I won't fast enough. Yeah, we'll see. And you know what's so funny? I saw a lot of people and see, and y'all always say that we can make a dent in Madden's. No, we can't. Because I saw so many people saying, yeah, I think I'm just gonna buy this until 2K come out and never play it again. See? That's why that whole conspiracy, everybody say, oh man, let's boycott Madden. Dog, people ain't gonna stop playing the game, man. They're not. They can't help themselves.
Man, look.
Oh, I couldn't get the ball off. I had Jefferson wide open.
Soft Drink bought it. Ryan Moody bought it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the key thing. As soon as that's the thing. As soon as the detractors buy it, it's like, man, it's a lost cause. Doesn't matter because there are points that those guys are going to make. Oh, you got that cash money. There are going to be plays that'll be made or instances that'll happen where you're going to have people all in the comment section co-signing. Yeah, man, I had that issue too. I'm like, oh wow. So how many of y'all bought the game? Because y'all all said y'all was against it. So that's, you know what I mean? Like, and it's not to knock nobody or disrespect nobody. It's just, you know, it's just is what it is. Like, that's just how it all goes.
Oh, he ain't have a chance, dog. You know, another thing that seems to have improved over prior years, and this is the minute stuff that me and Smitty look at. Remember when they used to just be drawn together? And I'm going to do this in the slowest frame possible. Now they've kind of cleaned up that interaction, right? Where it doesn't look like they zip together. You know, it's kind of there because they got to create. Right. And, you know, to me, it's going to take a long time, guys. Oh, that's my boy, Christian Gonzalez, the rookie. I thought he was going to be a steal. It's going to take a long time, guys, for a game to get as realistic as we all would want it to be. And that includes all sports, meaning how difficult would it be to completely get rid of animation? Meaning you just allow what happens to happen. You can do it, but I don't think it's as easy as all of us would want it to be. You know what I'm saying? Because the game would probably look ugly. But I think they've done a better job, even 2K, with allowing more of these one-to-one, you know, animations to play out, and they're not so sequenced. Because at one time, this dude would have zipped there.
That's true.
And see, that was my fault. I should have rat caught that. If I would have did a rat catch, I'm probably hitting my head on it. So, yeah, I don't know, man. It's what we always say. You know, you're either going to enjoy the game or you're not. And everybody has a right to play a game. I don't think nobody is stupid or a sucker or anything like that for playing a game. Like, I don't get those type of critiques of people. You know, play it or don't.
Yep.
Oh,
Pretty
see,
much.
what was that right there? See, that's bad. Let me show y'all that. What was he doing?
Oh. Ooh.
Now, you know what? I know why this happened, but I don't agree with it. Remember what they said? What they've done with blocking now is they make them make less decisions and they automatically target a certain person.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's happening here. That's what's happening. Hawkinson is targeting him.
Oh, yeah.
Ham is going to the secondary. Now, this is what I want to happen in a football game. And I've talked to Clint about this, and Clint outright said, hey, that's not as easy as people think to program. What I would want to happen is what used to happen when I played football, right? Linemen and backs and all of them, whoever's blocking was told, look, the play is going that way, but you hit whoever crosses your face. You don't let nobody cross your face. So in the real world, what you are taught to do, you see this guy, block him because it looks like he has a chance to make the play, and then we'll figure out what's going to happen to that safety back there. Maybe the running back puts a one-on-one move on him and gets in the end zone. So with understanding these things, and this is where, like I said, Smitty and I are a little different because we've had these conversations with developers, and not just Madden, other games alike. And they say, yeah, man, you're right. But some of that stuff that you're asking for, that's really hard to program. Not giving them a pass, though, because I feel like if you can come up with a targeting system, you should be able to come up with a AI blocking awareness. And you should be able to program a system where AI logic will kick in. What about, y'all know when you hear me say, yo, adaptive AI should also be on the offense. This is a perfect example. His play is designed to go get that safety, but AI, along with some type of contextual awareness, should allow him in head tracking to say, whoa, whoa, whoa. This guy's about to touch me. Let me block him. So no game is perfect, but little stuff like that. And I will say, since I've played the game, I haven't seen that happen often, but I'm going to point out, you know, those are the feedback moments. Matter of fact, I might just, let me see. I might make a video out of this. You see what everybody else is doing. Matter of fact, I might as well just go ahead and see y'all seeing it in real time. Because y'all know what I always do is I look at the entire field when I break down a video. Exclusive. Another one. So what we always do is we take a look at what's everybody else doing. All right. I don't like how this looks either, but I get it. But I just don't like how sometimes, see, and again, this is where programming comes into play. I want adaptive stuff and free-flowing stuff to happen, right? So, okay, this guy has passed you, but I would love to see him, you know, give me an animation or something to make me think, oh, he's trying to get there, but he can't get there. Right? You look at this guy. Okay. He tries to make a block, but see, it's kind of like when they can't make a play, it's like they dumb out. And this, I promise y'all, this happens in every game. I just showed y'all a game, a 2K play where the defender dumbed out as soon as I went to dunk it. Okay, Darryl Shaw does what he's supposed to do. He gets to the second level. Okay, and now he's going to look for somebody else. I like that. Let's see what you're doing. Number 56, if I can get over to him. Oh, let me just back it up. Look at it like this. 56 there. Okay. But you see what Smitty was saying? They still got to get an organic trench. And I hate to break it to y'all, but no football game that we've played has had an organic trench other than probably Backbreaker. 2K didn't have it either. Even though people will argue you down about it. They did not. It was all pre-scripted. They just animated better. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so my feedback would be, and I'm going to send this to my boy Clint. You know, this guy, we got to find a way to make these guys break out of their assignment. See, I'm going to use EA's terms, branching technology, like branching animation. So why can't they branch out of AI? Like, I understand where you're going, but hold on. Let's get in the eyes of Ham. What's he looking at?
Right.
His head is this way. Like, how do you not? Come on, man. And those are the things that are going to make you feel like the game is not where it needs to be. And that's going to be my first breakdown of Madden 24. All right. Yeah, man. What else y'all got? That was a good feedback on that play. They got to keep the flow going into play. What's next up? Yeah, man. They got to keep that flow going, bro. Those are what you call broken immersion points. That makes the game look bad. And for some reason, y'all see this game is sticking. Y'all see this?
Oh, really? Oh,
it's freezing. And this is in play now. You see something? Yeah, it ain't the Elgato. Wow. Game froze. Well, I'll be darned. Okay, Madden, that's how you want to get down tonight. See, y'all saw that in real time. So I don't know if anybody else had any issues with the game freezing as far as play now. Ari Rivera says, not that it makes the game look bad, but it makes you feel like as the player, you're not in control. Yeah, it just makes it feel a little crazy.
Yeah.
Accept and report. Yeah, we're gonna report that. Error report submitted. But all right, man, I think that's all we got. I don't have anything else.
No, that's about it.
I see that Battlefield in the background. Y'all know that. You already know that field is right there. You saw where it was at too. Right there. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah. You know what? I could take this beta off now. Take the game out. Let's free up some space. But yeah, man, that's all we got. Again, like I said, some people are going to laugh at that last example and be like, oh, I thought the game. Listen, overall, I'm enjoying the gameplay. I can honestly say that you guys will see my gameplay come out. I'm going to try to edit it tonight, man, but I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. It's really hard to do, you know, when you you work a full-time job and all that kind of stuff and you got a family. Because especially since I moved, you know, now everything is down here in the man cave. And I'm just one of those guys that, hey, I actually happen to like my wife. So I do like to be around her. So, you know, I don't always like to be down here in the dungeon. So it makes it harder to pump out content as fast as I used to. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get this knocked out so you guys can see it. It was a great game. I'll be playing an offline franchise. More than likely, I won't be doing any online franchises this year. I saw somebody else in the comments say they will never play Madden against a human. It has reduced itself to that, man. It's too much that goes on. And honestly, you could probably say that in 2K. You know, it's probably a weird experience in some of these games when you're playing against other users, because I feel like users, particularly in Madden, and I got to go play some user games to know for sure, but what used to happen a lot in Madden was the user override. Once that user input happened, it override a lot of stuff to click on, and people could get that little zip and pick off. Like, that kills the immersion of the game. You know, the user was able to do too many things when they clicked on. And like I said, most people just try to expose the AI deficit in the game versus trying to play the game from a realistic standpoint. So it's not like they're beating you per se. They know how to play Madden better than you know how to play football. So yeah, I'm cool. So I kind of gave up on that. But yeah, man, I think that's all we got. Until next time, let me see what y'all got. Anybody else got a comment? I've been having an issue when calling multiple audibles. You can't snap the ball after the players get set. I've seen that happen in 23 as well. Some frustrating stability, frame rates, some frame rate stability issues. Yeah, that's probably what I just experienced. It's only fun with friends you know personally. Yep, you're correct. You are correct. But that's our 2 cents, man. Listen, if you're going to get the game, I hope you enjoy it. I hope it gives you joy, but also please give feedback. You know, we got to keep doing that part. If we're gamers, we might as well give feedback on the games we play. Hopefully it'll make a difference. Personally, I would say these last several years, year after year, I think we all have improved Madden. So keep giving your feedback. If it ain't where you want it to be, don't play it.
Yeah.
Play all these other games that's coming out that look good. So
yeah,
that's the only feedback I got for you. But all right, man, we're gonna sign off. Hope y'all have a great night. Have a wonderful weekend. Watch your teams play their tune-up games, if you will. Looking forward to that. Seeing how my Steelers look again on Saturday. They looked good last Friday. So enjoy that, man, and be safe. God bless. And yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Peace.
Man, I jumped off before I even ended the broadcast. Let me end the broadcast. Again, guys. Hopefully Smitty didn't say nothing crazy. Why? All right, we out. Peace.